right, well, a major boost to India's defence capabilities has taken place in Lucknow today. The BrahMos Missile Production Unit, built at a cost of Rs 300 crores, has been officially inaugurated at the Uttar Pradesh Defence Industrial Corridor. Built over the course of 3.5 years and spread across 80 hectares of land, the facility is touted to produce up to 100 missiles per year. The BrahMos, one of the fastest supersonic cruise missiles in the world, developed by BrahMos Aerospace, a joint venture between India and Russia. The missile can be launched from land, sea or air with a range of 290 to 400 kilometers and a top speed of Mach 2.8. It follows a fire and forget mechanism, and at the inauguration event, Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath revealed that the BrahMos was used by the Indian Armed Forces during Operation Sindoor. That's not all. An even bigger revelation was made by Defence Minister Rajnath Singh. He stated that the reverberation of the Indian Armed Forces was heard even in Rawalpindi. This comes after confirmation of an Indian strike on Pakistan's Noor Khan Airbase in Chaklala. Sources say it was the missile and drone attack on Noor Khan Airbase at Rawalpindi was the one that sent shivers down the Pakistani army, as the base is one of the central transport hubs for Pakistan's military. Pakistan's Noor Khan base is near the headquarters of Pakistan's Strategic Plans Division, which oversees and protects the country's nuclear arsenal. With BrahMos' first entry in actual combat being successfully demonstrated, the production facility now serves as a game changer as well. Let's listen into what Defence Minister Rajnath Singh had to say.
साथियों, 11 मई को पोखरण से जो आत्मविश्वास प्रारंभ हुआ था, आज लखनऊ में वह और मजबूत हो रहा है। साथियों, अपनी बात समाप्त करने के पहले मैं कहना चाहता हूं कि जिन भारत विरोधी और आतंकी संगठनों ने भारत माता के मस्तक पर हमला करके कई परिवारों के सिंदूर मिटाए थे, उन्हें भारतीय सेना ने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर के माध्यम से इंसाफ दिलाने का काम किया है। और इसके लिए आज सारा देश भारतीय सेनाओं का अभिनंदन कर रहा है। ऑपरेशन सिंदूर सिर्फ एक सैन्य कार्रवाई भर नहीं है, बल्कि भारत की राजनैतिक, सामाजिक और सामरिक इच्छा शक्ति का प्रतीक है। यह ऑपरेशन आतंकवाद के खिलाफ भारत की दृढ़ इच्छा शक्ति का और सैन्य शक्ति की क्षमता और संकल्प शक्ति का भी प्रदर्शन है। हमने दिखाया है, भारत आतंकवाद के खिलाफ जब भी कोई कार्रवाई करेगा तो आतंकवादियों और उनके आकाओं के लिए सरहद पार की जमीन भी सुरक्षित नहीं रहेगी। भारतीय सेनाओं ने ऑपरेशन सिंदूर को पाकिस्तान में मौजूद आतंकी ढांचा ढहाने के उद्देश्य से लॉन्च किया था। हमने उनके आम नागरिकों को कभी निशाना नहीं बनाया था, मगर पाकिस्तान ने न केवल भारत के नागरिक इलाकों को निशाना बनाया, बल्कि मंदिर, गुरुद्वारा, गिरजाघर पर भी हमले करने का प्रयास किया। भारतीय सेना ने शौर्य और पराक्रम के साथ साथ हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी ने स्पष्ट कर दिया है कि यह नया भारत है जो आतंक के खिलाफ सरहद के इस पार और उस पार दोनों तरफ प्रभावी कार्रवाई करेगा। यह हमारे प्रधानमंत्री जी ने स्पष्ट रूप से यह संदेश दे दिया।
All right, joining us to talk more about this and India's capabilities and indigenously trying to be Atmanirbhar and thwart the enemy in the best way possible is Major General Anuj Mathur, Senior Defence Expert, Wing Commander Praful Bakshi, Senior Officer of the Indian Air Force, former Senior Officer of the Indian Air Force, and last but not the least, Group Captain Dr. V.N. Jha, former Indian Force Officer, also joins us on the program. Group Captain Jha, I'll begin with you, sir. Well, we have come to a military ceasefire, but the ceasefire when it comes to India's non-kinetic actions is still continuing. There is no water for Pakistan. There is no airspace for them. Obviously, when it comes to citizens being able to travel back and forth, that's suspended. Trade with Pakistan is suspended. They're not getting any medicines. India is working very hard round the clock to isolate them as best as possible. But right now we are talking about India's dependence on itself. We heard what China said yesterday, sir. China said that no matter what happens, we will support Pakistan. India is trying to attack a sovereign country and we are with China. And considering what happened, Group Captain Jha, what do you think is the urgency with India at this point in time to make sure that we don't produce 100 BrahMos a year, we produce 1,000, because obviously we want to equip the rest of the world as well with what we can do?
Very good afternoon, Vineet. It's a very good sign that the large-scale production facility for the BrahMos is going to be started in the UP's defense corridor. And it was a long overdue commitment by the government of India. PM Modi himself had committed to this particular facility. Good that it is now ready. Coming back to your question that how much of missile, look, missiles to be produced or any indigenous equipment, whether it is of a defense nature or otherwise, it is as per the requirement which is done there. Now, today, as on today, Indian Air Force or Government of India, Ministry of Defense knows how capable is BrahMos. BrahMos has got two variants, you are aware. One is BrahMos Mach 1, which is about 280 odd kilometers of range with a conventional as well as the nuclear warhead. Another version of Mach 2 is extended range, that is about 390 to 400 odd kilometers range. So they are the two versions of the BrahMos. And some more development has happened, R&D has happened onto this, because BrahMos today is qualified for the triads of the launch pads. That means it can be launched from surface, air, or water. For the air version, the weight of the present BrahMos is slightly high. 2,900 odd kg of weight is high. If it can be reduced, fair enough. And that particular trial has already been done jointly by BrahMos and the Armed Forces of India. The new version, the capable version, new advanced version, will be having a weight of about 1,200 odd kilometers, 200 odd or 1,300 kgs of it, which is almost about half the weight of the Mach 1. So I compliment the DRDO, especially because they have done all this hard work. And this particular facility, what is going to be set up, we are quite versant with such facility. It is the original material alloys that will be produced here. The entire missile will be produced here. Some components are going to also come from Russia, so that will be integrated to it. And then there's an integrated test facility also that should, from time to time, any further test be carried, especially for qualification. You know, we have always have a qualification testing. It is not the quality, it is the qualification testing for various adverse environmental conditions that the missile withstands those environment. So it is the qualification and testing facility which is also going to be there. It is part and parcel of it, which is towards the better quality of the product. So I compliment Government of India, UP government as well, who have given the free land for the facility to come up. And in the long run, look, BrahMos is already being exported. And in the longer range, the moment this advanced version of lighter weight comes up, this will be a state-of-the-art technology for any of the aircraft. Right now, one Sukhoi can carry one BrahMos. In the coming time, there will be 3 BrahMos which can be carried by Sukhoi aircraft. And there are many aircraft akin to Sukhoi's payload carrying capacity, which will be very interested to take this particular arsenal. So compliments, that is a very good step, and it is going to serve the Indian Armed Forces for a long run. How much missiles will be produced, that depends on the requirement. First, Government of India has to give the requirement, how many squadrons of it is required. Accordingly, it will be produced. Vineet.
All right.